Welcome to our January 26, 2025 meeting of the City of Tuscaloosa Zoning Board of Adjustments. Now, any written comments sent to the staff were forwarded to the board directly. At this time, I'd like to introduce the staff. Hudson Cheshire, Associate City Attorney. Joshua McKinney, Zoning Administrator. Lim O'Leary, Planner. And I ask that the board members introduce themselves, starting to my left.
Joe Robinson.
Mary Catherine Holt.
Marty Hamner.
Tim Gillum.
Michelle Coley, Chair.
Paul Rollins Jr. Rodney Terrell Pelt Sr.
Now, by virtue of the state law and city ordinances, the purpose of the Zoning Board of Adjustment is as follows. Hears appeals from zoning officer decisions, grants special exceptions to the zoning code in accordance with the terms as established by the City Council. Accordance with the terms as established by the City Council, grants variances from the zoning codes when strict enforcement creates unnecessary hardship. Circumstances that are not hardships include those that are self-inflicted or self-created, inconvenient, and are personal. Now, the Zoning Board of Adjustments does not interpret or enforce subdivision covenants or HOA rules. Those matters are not relevant areas of inquiry by the board on any petition. Now, there are sign-up sheets that were located outside for the public comment. 4 speakers are allowed to speak in favor of a petition, and 4 speakers are allowed to speak in opposition of a petition. All speakers will have a maximum of 5 minutes unless the board votes to allow longer time. Now, the board will take up items in the order of our final agenda. The board will initially receive a presentation from the staff as to the details of the agenda item. Now, after the staff's presentation, I will call upon the petitioner to present their case. The petitioner will have a maximum of 10 minutes unless the board votes to allow a longer time. Now, at the conclusion of the petitioner's remarks, I will call on any party in order of sign-up who desires to support the petition. Thereafter, I will call on any party in order of sign-up who wishes to oppose the petition. Now, when it's your turn for comment, please introduce yourself, stating your name and address to the board. To provide your remarks, any written comments have been included into the record. Now, after receiving the remarks of those who oppose the petitioner will have the opportunity to respond to those objections. Any rebuttal will be limited to 2 minutes unless the board votes to allow longer time. Now, if the petitioner presents any new information in response to the objections, the board will allow those who oppose the petition the opportunity to respond to the new information only. Now, any response will be limited to 2 minutes unless the board allows for a longer time. Now, during the course of the presentation, you may be interrupted by any member of the board for clarification or additional information. Now, such interruptions will not reduce your allotted time. Now, once the board members are satisfied that they have received all relevant information, I will close further discussion by the public, at which time the board members will discuss the matter and then vote. Now, after the vote, you are free to leave. Now, the proceedings are video recorded and broadcast live. All in-person public comments should be made at the podium into the microphone. Any party aggrieved by any final judgment or decision of such zoning board of adjustments may within 15 days thereafter appeal therefrom to the circuit court by filing with such board a written notice of appeal specifying the judgment or decision from which the appeal is taken. Now, do any members of the board have any conflicts of interest as to the agenda matters? If so, please state the same for the record. Okay. I would ask the staff to confirm on the record that proper notice has been given to all parties in interest as required by law as to all matters before the board tonight.
Yes, it has.
Okay. At this time, let's move forward with our presentation.
All right, good afternoon, board. Starting with our first case of the year, ZBA 0126, Andrea Renee Box petitions for special exception to allow the short-term rental of a property located at 2816 14th Street East, zoned SFR1, Council District 5. Here we have an aerial view of the property and its zoning. This is right off Veterans Memorial, not far from Arcadia Elementary, and active STRs in the area. Here we have a view of that property from the street and its parking. Braden Box will be the primary contact and will be available 24 hours a day during rental periods in case of an emergency. The petitioner does not have experience with short-term rentals, but has 10 years of experience managing long-term rentals. House is equipped with cameras, motion detection, window locks, and keypad locks. It is not owner-occupied, and it will be occupied by the petitioner's children when not being rented short-term. The house has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Petitioner is requesting 4 adults and 2 vehicles. If approved, staff recommends 4 and 2. We did not receive any public comment. Do you have any questions for staff?
No questions?
Thank you.
Ms. Bach?
Hi, I'm Andrea Vox. My husband and I just purchased this house for our son and daughter. My son is a freshman at the university, and my daughter is a rising freshman, so she's be here in the fall. And so for us, this is an investment for them, and my son will move into the house this summer or in August. And then I'm just looking to short-term rental it for a few months until we can get him there and offset some cost.
Any questions for Ms. Box?
Okay, thank you.
We don't have anybody signed up to speak for or against this petition. Is there anybody in the audience that'd like to speak for or against this petition? At this time, we'll close public comment and go to board comment, starting with Ms. Mary Catherine.
I have no issues with the special exception. I think this is exactly what short-term rentals are supposed to be used for, so I'm in favor.
Agree with my colleague on that.
Yeah, I'm in favor as well. There's others around the area there, no issue here.
I agree with my fellow board members.
I have no issues. I'm in favor.
All right, at this time, we'll close board comment. I'll read the ZBA-01-26, Andrea Renee Box, petitions for a special exception to allow the short-term rental of a property located at 2816 14th Street East, Zone SFR-1, Council District 5. Voting to my left?
Yes.
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 Petition is approved. Next.
So here we have a special exception request to allow short-term rental property located at 2516 Stanford Drive and is Council District 6. There's an aerial view of it, just south of Hargrove Road and east of Stonehaven Park. In the zone SFR2. And then here's a picture of the residence. So Ms. Lockhart will be the primary contact and will be available 24 hours a day during rental periods in case of emergency. The petitioner currently manages 60 properties and has managed short-term rentals for several insurance companies and the VA hospital. The house is equipped with smart home cameras, doorbell cameras, and motion sensor lighting. The house is not owner-occupied and will be vacant when not rented short-term rental. The house has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The petitioner is requesting 8 adults and 4 vehicles. If approved, staff recommends 6 adults, 3 vehicles based on existing driveway, off-street parking, and occupancy as it relates to parking. Any questions?
All right, Ms. Lockhart?
Good evening. I'm Vanessa Lockhart, and I am a property manager. And I petitioned the board last year on March 24 of 25 and was granted a short-term rental on this property. However, the owner decided to do some renovations. So it took longer than we anticipated. When I went to get my business license, the 6 months had expired. So everything is the same. I'm still a property manager. I still have my contacts with the VA and the insurance companies that I place short-term rentals in. And I petitioned to have this granted.
When you were granted last time, was it 6-3?
It was 6-3.
You have no issue with that, right?
Excuse me?
You have no issue?
No.
6
Right.
And were the renovations, add any square footage to the property?
No.
This is mainly.
No, just updating it.
Cosmetic.
New countertops and things like that.
All right, thank you. We don't have anybody signed up to speak for or against. Is there anybody in the audience that'd like to speak for or against this petition? All right, we'll close public comment and go to board comment.
I have no issues with this, as long as we abide by staff recommendations of 6 adults and 3 vehicles.
I have no issues. Again, the 6 adults with the 3 bedrooms would be more appropriate.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with 6 and 3.
I agree as well, and with Ms. Lockhart's experience, I have no issues with it, so I'm in agreement.
I'm in favor of staff recommendations.
All right, at this time, I'll close board comment, and I'll read the petition. ZBA-02-26, Vanessa Lockhart petitions for a special exception to allow the short-term rental of a property located at 2516 Stanford Drive, Zone SFR-2, Council District 6. Voting?
Yes.
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 Petition is approved. Next.
All right, moving on to our final case tonight, ZBA 0326, Budget Real Estate LLC petitions for a special exception to allow the short-term rental of a property located at 904 16th Avenue, zoned MRUH, Council District 4. Here we have an aerial view of the property. And its zoning, this is just off of Queen City. And active STRs in the area. Here we have a photo of that structure from the street and its parking. There is a gravel driveway along 9th Street. This house did appear before you guys back in April of 2025, and it was approved with the condition that the gravel driveway is not used for parking. If it's approved tonight, staff will request that we place the same condition on this property. Tanner Ashcraft will be the primary contact and will be available 24 hours a day during rental periods in case of emergency. Petitioner has multiple years of experience managing short-term rentals. The house is equipped with exterior cameras, noise detection, and smart locks. The house is not owner-occupied, will be used as a vacation home by the owners when not rented short-term. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. Petitioner is requesting 6 adults and 3 vehicles. If approved, staff recommends 4 and 2, provided that no vehicles are allowed to park in the gravel area. We did,
Can you go back and show us where they should be parking?
yes. So this is the driveway. It is a shared drive. And it is here. We did receive one public comment regarding this proposal. Do you have any questions for staff?
If they did pave that side driveway, could they get 6 and 3?
The primary issue with it is that a lot of it is in right-of-way. So that was why our engineers decided that it would be best to not allow vehicles parking there. I feel that if it were paved, it would not change that.
Any more questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Tanner?
Good evening, Tanner Ashcraft, 1120 Queen City Avenue. So yes, another, house coming on our portfolio. We actually manage the house next door with the shared driveway, so that really, I guess, is convenient with a shared driveway. We've got control over that. So I was actually not aware that it was turned down. I didn't know they went before. I wasn't involved last year, so I had no idea that it was turned down for the parking back there.
They couldn't have the gravel. They couldn't park on the gravel. I think it was approved, but they didn't.
That's correct. It was approved with the condition that no vehicles park in the gravel area.
Okay. Yeah. So when we saw the gravel back there, we assumed you could park there. So anyway, but that's no problem. The one next door is 4 and 2, and I know the game.
Okay. All right. Any questions for Tanner? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we don't have anybody signed up to speak for or against. Is there anybody in the audience that'd like to speak for or against this petition? Okay, this time we'll close public comment, start with board comment.
I have no issues with the staff recommendations, especially since this was approved previously.
Appropriate for the area and supportive.
No issues here.
I don't see any issues as well.
I have no issues. I'm in favor of staff recommendations.
Okay, we'll close board comment. I'll read the petition. ZBA-03-26, Budget Real Estate LLC petitions for a special exception to allow the short-term rental of a property located at 904 16th Avenue, Zone MRU-H, with the condition, no use of the gravel driveway, and four, you know what I was saying? 4 night, 30, I didn't say any of that, y'all.
I think
It's okay?
on the prior two, everybody was clear on what was being voted on. This is the first one that there hasn't been a discussion of the limitations, so.
So it's four adults, 2 vehicles, 30 nights, 1 year probation. That's the part I wasn't saying. Okay. All right, voting?
Yes.
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 Okay, petition is approved,
Thank you, board.
and we're adjourned.